I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Don't go around tonight, but it's bound to take your life. Let a bad woman on the right.
Hello, Patriots. I'm just came across this interesting article, and I thought I would let you guys be able to see it for yourselves. I will put the link on the link in there, and you guys can go research it yourself. But kind of has me a bit worried here, guys. I mean, this is what most people are not showing you. Let's get this over here. The thing is 72 types of Americans that are considered potential terrorists in official government documents. Now, each one of these will actually, when you click on them, they will show you which what document, and you can read it for yourself. The government documents. I am going to let you know right now. If people come in, they come in. That's great. Right now, I have 0 viewers, but hey, I wanted to get this message out as quick as possible. Number one, those who talk about individual liberties. So if you believe that you have an individual liberty to believe what you want, to say what you want, that you have the a liberty to make your own business and actually make money off of that, well, that's a potential terrorist. Those who advocate for states' rights, basically saying our forefathers were idiots and the states should not have rights, it should be under the federal government. That's another potential terrorist. So far, I've hit both of those. Those who want to make the world a better place. Oh, gee, honestly, anybody who says peace on earth and goodwill to men, that's wanting to make the world a better place. They can twist it around to where if you say that, you're a potential terrorist. Well, guess what? That's 3 for me. The colonists who sought to free themselves from British rule. Those are our forefathers that made this country that we use to enjoy so much freedom. Right there. Number 3. Nope, number 4, sorry. The colonists who sought to free themselves from British rule. That's Washington, Jefferson, Franklin, and quite a few others. That's the 3%ers. Guess what? They're potential terrorists. Those that are interested in defeating the communists. Oh, gee. Didn't we have a Cold War and we had communism? A big issue? Guess what? There it is. If you honestly want to defeat communism or defeat the communists, you are a potential terrorist. Now, there's a 72 of these, so it's going to be a long list, guys, and I'm not going to stop until I go through every single one of them. Those that believe the interests of one's own nation are separate from the interests of other nations or the common interests of all nations. Basically, if you think that America needs to stand strong, pull back its soldiers, and defend its own country from any other threat, take care of our own people, our own starving, our own homeless, before we take care of anything else, you are a potential terrorist. Oh, and that the interests of one own's nation are separate. That basically means, hey, if the rest of the world decides that they want to go and follow under the Nazi flag, and you say, no, America never stood for that, you're a potential terrorist. Basically, one world government, guys. Anyone that holds a political ideology that considers the state to be unnecessary, harmful, or undesirable. To me, that's saying the state as in not the a state, but the state as in like the federal government. That's to me. I'm not sure if that is correct, but so far I've hit quite a few of these. Number 8, anyone that possesses an intolerance towards other religions. Oh wait, wouldn't that pretty much put a lot of people in there? I mean, I'm tolerant towards other religions as long as they don't try to force me to believe in what they believe. Guess what? I guess I would fit in there because I'm intolerant against being forced into believe something. Well, gee, terrorist, all there. Those that take action to fight against the exploitation of the environment and or animals. Gee, environmentalists, animal activists, PETA. I mean, a lot of groups out there are considered potential terrorists now. Number 10, anti-gay. Number 11, anti-immigrant. Number 12, anti-Muslim. Number 13, the Patriot Movement. Basically, if you're anti-gay or anti-immigrant or anti-Muslim, you're basically a potential terrorist. Doesn't say anything about anti-Christian in there. And the Patriot Movement, believing in our rights, believing in our forefathers and what they stood for and trying to get the country back to where it was. Excuse me, guys. That's, yeah. Well, let's go back. Members of the Family Research Council. Oh, wait, no. Number 14, opposition to equal rights for gays and lesbians. Honestly, I believe in equal rights for gays and lesbians, but that's my belief. You guys might have a different belief. That's up to you guys. For me, I do not consider any of you terrorists if you believe differently than I do on that. But the government does. If you do not believe in what they want you to believe in, you are a potential terrorist. Members of the Family Research Council, I'm not sure about that. Members of the American Family Association. Now, we're talking actual organizations that seem to have better ideas or have good ideals that they go together. Number 17. Those that believe that Mexico, Canada, and the United States are secretly planning to merge into a European Union-like entity that will also be known as the North America Union. Guess what? There's people that claim there has been documentation that that's what some people have been wanting to do and are planning it. But geez, anybody who believes that's a possibility, because some conspiracy theorists are potential terrorists. Members of the American Border Patrol / American Patrol. So those who actually want to have the border safe, keep the drugs, keep the child trafficking, keep a lot of crime from just bleeding on to our own country. Those are potential terrorists, guys. Come on. This is going to be a long list, and this is all I'm going to talk about. When this is done, I'm going to basically just sign off, and then you guys can watch it later. But hey, at least you got a live show today. For anybody who's watching, I'm going to go look. Nope, nobody's watching. Good. Then I don't have to have stage fright. All right, guys. We are members of the Federation for America Immigration Reform, members of the Tennessee Freedom Coalition, members of the Christian Action Network. Huh. So far, they're going after just about everybody I've ever heard of that's been outspoken in any way. Anyone that is opposed to the New World Order, anyone that is engaged in conspiracy theorizing. Oh shit, so we are potential terrorists. Okay, guys, we've all got that little red mark saying they're going to kill us early. I mean, that's basically what I'm seeing here. Got to get where I was. Oh yeah, anyone that is opposed to Agenda 21. Anyone that is concerned about FEMA camps, anyone that fears impending gun control or weapons confiscations, the militia movement, the sovereign citizen movement. Gee, isn't that kind of you're taking away our Second Amendment right? We are a militia. The people are a militia. And citizens should be considered sovereign in a way. I'm sorry. I believe that I'm a human and I deserve certain rights. I have unalienable rights given to me by a greater power than a corrupt government. And the corrupt government should not ever be able to take that away. That's my belief. Look at that. I'm a potential terrorist. Those that don't think they should have to pay taxes. Certain taxes are not actually constitutional. Anyone that complains about bias, you mean like the mainstream media bias? Oh, wait, that's a bias. Oh gosh, we've complained about it. The judicial system is biased. The federal government is biased. Oh, that's a potential terrorist. Anybody who complains about that. So me telling you guys this, basically, I'm a potential terrorist. Now, I want it stated here and now. I do not ever plan to commit suicide. I do not plan to murder anybody. Do not plan at all to do any of those terroristic attitudes. What we know as terrorism. What they're saying is terrorism here is just retarded. Anyone that believes the government conspiracy to the point of paranoia, who decides that it's paranoia? Anyone that is frustrated with mainstream ideologies. Again, oh, if we give you an ideology that you need to follow it. Anybody who doesn't want that is a potential terrorist. Anyone that is frustrated. Oh wait, anyone that visits extremist websites or blogs. So if you accidentally click a link and it takes you to one of those blogs or a website and you did not intend to, bam, you're an automatic potential terrorist and you're going to be watched. Anyone that establishes website blog to display extremist views. Well, that's pretty much the alternative media. Anyone that attends rallies for extremist causes. You mean like telling the federal government or the FBI to go home because the people at the refuge are not being terrorists. They are being peaceful. They are fixing that place up, and their message is actually understandable, and we believe in it. That would be considered extremist causes. Anyone that exhibits extreme religious intolerance. So if Sharia law shows up, that's a religious thing, and we do not want to follow it. That is a religious intolerance. Anyone that is personally connected with a grievance, if you complained even once and it was written down, you're a potential terrorist. Anyone that suddenly acquires weapons. Basically, I notice that shit's going to hit the fan and soon, so I'm going to go get weapons to defend myself and my family, and I'm going to get a few of them just to make sure I've got enough and plenty of ammo. You are suddenly acquires weapons. That is a potential terrorist. Hell, picking up a few knives could be considered weapons. Anyone that organizes protests inspired by extremist ideology. Again, free Pete from jail. That could be considered an extremist ideology because the justice system is taking care of him and it will be fair, right? Bullshit. It won't be fair, and I know it. Militia or unorganized militia. Basically, that just covers all of the United States citizens. Because honestly, the forefathers did state that the people are the militia. So basically, everybody's a potential terrorist now. And I'm only at number 40 right now, guys. I still got 32 more to go. 41, general right-wing extremists. Huh. So if you actually believe in that change is good, or that the opinion that you have is not what the government has, you are a potential terrorist. Citizens that have bumper stickers that are patriotic or anti-UN. There you go, guys. Right there. That's a potential terrorist. Those that refer to Army of God. So pretty much any church, any Christian faith would be considered a potential terrorist. Those that are fiercely nationalistic as opposed to universal and international in orientation. So anybody believes that America is a great country and that we need to stay a great, strong country, well, you're a potential terrorist. Those that are anti-global. So those that actually don't care about other things that happen in the globe, or don't want a global government or a new world order or a one world government, or what you could take that in so many ways. I'll have to read it to find out exactly what it means. But that's a potential terrorist right there. Those that are suspicious of centralized federal authority. So whenever we're suspicious of the federal government overreaching themselves or overstepping their boundaries that were set up there by our forefathers, by our founding fathers, well, you're a potential terrorist. Those that are reverent of individual liberty. So if you believe in individual liberty, you are a potential terrorist. Those that believe in conspiracy theories. I'm sorry, I could put if I was in the government, I'd slap a stamp over saying this is a conspiracy theory, and it may be 100% truth. But if I put that stamp over there and you guys believe that that is that's truth, and I have stamped it as conspiracy theory, I'm sorry, you're a potential terrorist. We must take you in and detain you without fair trial. Those that believe, that have a belief that one's personal and or national way of life is under attack. You mean like our constitutional freedoms are under attack? Oh my gosh. The ranchers, the farmers out here in Harney County, they're under attack? Oh, I must be a potential terrorist because I believe in wholeheartedly, and I have seen the proof. But I'm a potential terrorist because I believe that it's under attack. No, it is under attack, and there is proof for that. 51. Those that would impose strict religious tenets or laws on society. Fundamentalists. Well, that actually covers the Sharia law and stuff like that. That covers a lot of different religions that have managed to get strong beliefs. And yeah, but hey, America's built on you have a right to religion, religious beliefs. You do not have a right to force other people to believe that, but you have a right to believe what you wish. Well, they're hitting on that over and over again here, guys. I mean, how many people you know in your life, even those that aren't awake, how many do you know that are actually potential terrorists because of this? Those that would insert religion into the political sphere. Again, we've got a lot. Well, wait a minute. Whenever a president that goes to church or says, "I am a Christian," wouldn't that be there? Well, looks like that's a potential terrorist too. Anyone that would seek to politicalize religion. Again, 54. Those that have supported political movements for autonomy. Autonomy. I'm sleep deprived, guys. That's why I'm doing this, and I'll be shutting off as soon as I get to 72 and say a little piece afterwards. It's just a long time, so you're just going to have to bear with me, or you can fast forward it and go look at this yourself. Anyone that is anti-abortion, anyone that is anti-Catholic, anyone that is anti-nuclear, right-wing extremists, returning veterans. That's number 59, guys. Returning veterans. You mean the people that went out there and bled for this country, the ones that have put their lives on the line to keep us free, are now considered potential terrorists? Guess what? I'm a veteran, and I find that extremely offensive. If anything outside of that right there, that basically says, we will train you, we will give you a job, we will have you running around the world after whatever banking wars we feel like. We will make sure you kill people. But when you get back home, we're going to be really watching you closely because you're a potential terrorist. We made you, and now you're a potential terrorist. Fuck that bullshit. Those concerned with illegal immigration. I'm sorry, but isn't that a concern for a lot of people? If it's illegal, then why not be concerned about it? Those that believe in the right to bear arms, those that believe in the Second Amendment, guess what? Are potential terrorists. Anyone that is engaged in ammunition stockpiling. So if we're planning it, let's say we know there's going to be a blackout and that we're going to have to go hunting for our own food or, something. We get a few extra boxes of ammunition that could be considered in stockpiling ammunition. Guess what? You're a potential terrorist. Anyone that exhibits fear of communist regimes. So we should have, back in World War II, just said, oh, well, they're a communist regime, so we might as well just lay over and let the Nazis take over America. Well, sorry, guys, they're pretty much taking over America anyways. Anti-abortion activists. Those that are against illegal immigration. So those that are against illegal immigration are potential terrorists, and those concerned about illegal immigration are potential terrorists. Huh. Those that talk about the New World Order in a derogatory manner. Huh. Interesting. Those that have a negative view of the United Nations. Fuck the United Nations. I will say that right now. I'm a potential terrorist threat because of that. I do not have any firearms at all. I do not have any weapons that could cause massive amounts of damage quickly. I have knives. That's it. I have blades. But for some reason, I'm considered a potential terrorist because I do not believe that the United Nations needs to control everything. 68. Those that are opposed to the collection of federal income taxes. Huh. Well, you know what? That's unconstitutional. The state, it's supposed to go state taxes, and then the federal government can tax the states, not the people in the states. Those that support a former president, those that support former presidential candidates Ron Paul, Chuck Baldwin, and Bob Barr. So if you actually liked what they were saying, if you actually considered them to actually be making sense, you're a potential terrorist because you supported them. Even if you said, yeah, you know, that Ron Paul made some good points, or that Chuck Baldwin actually had a damn good opinion on that, or Bob Barr, he's got his head on straight. He knows what's happening. Any of those comments, anything possible like that, is considered a potential terrorist if you said something like that. Those that display the Gadsden flag, the Don't Tread on Me, with the rattlesnake, the big yellow flag that says Don't Tread on Me, basically meaning if you mess with me, I might bite back. I will defend myself kind of attitude. They don't like that. So if you were ever at a rally and you were holding a flag like that, even if you're holding it for a friend, you are considered a potential terrorist. But of course, if you were at any of those rallies, you're already there because way up there, way up in the teens, I believe. Number 71. Those that believe in end times prophecies. Huh, wait. Christians, Catholics, Jews, actually even the Muslims. Pretty much most religions, hell, even the Norse believe in a Ragnarok. Come on, guys. Any religion is a potential terrorist. And then number 72. This is funny. Evangelical Christians are considered a potential terrorist. Now, if you guys heard other people talk about this list and everything, I apologize. I saw this. I'm sleep deprived and I have not done a live show in a while, so I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a treat. And you know what? This pretty much states that 99.9999999% of America, of American citizens, are potential terrorists. The groups of people in the list above are considered problems that need to be dealt with. I'm sorry, the only people that are that 0.0000001% that actually do not fit in any of these are the people that are in comas or are brain dead in hospitals. Because soon as you look and you have an opinion on something, bam, you're a potential terrorist. Guys, this is bullshit. This is the stuff that our federal government is trying, not trying, they have out there. You think they're actually going to leave you alone because you haven't done anything wrong, anything illegal? Well, guess what? This list proves you wrong. You are a potential terrorist because you have an opinion on something. You believe you have rights. You believe that the Cold War, that America was standing right. You believe that the Nazis were wrong. You believe that there is an end times. You believe that the New World Order is coming. I mean, all this bullshit, all this list basically says that every single American citizen, every fucking citizen in the world can be considered a potential terrorist threat. Wake up, people. They're setting it up. And I am going to live to see it. But as Washington had stated, I'm going to use Christian on here, although I'm not Christian, but this actually is by the words I understood he said. A strong Christian American would rather die on his feet than to live on his knees. Think about that, people. They're already putting the bands of slavery around our wrists, around our necks, and for you males, around your nuts. Honestly, guys, they're making it so that we are, if you even looked at somebody wrong, somebody could say, well, they seem to be a right-wing extremist. Or they believe in the end times or something, you know? I'm sorry, guys. You look at somebody wrong or you say, I don't agree with the mainstream media ideology, you're a potential terrorist. And those that are sitting home eating their Cheetos, Ho-Hos, Twinkies, whatever junk food they like to eat, or even those health nuts out there who think that eating perfect, precious food without GMOs and all that in there, and they're going to live to be 575 years old. If you do not believe you are considered one of those potential terrorists, then you are lying to yourself. I am showing you this list here. This list has you click on them, and I'll have the link underneath whenever this video gets fully done in YouTube. This list pretty much covers everybody, period. Because sometime in your life, you fucked up and you're on the potential terrorist watch list. Wake up, people. It may already be too late. But I hope with my whole being that it is not too late. We need to rise up with a voice so loud, and I state voice. I do not say guns. I do not say weapons. I do not say physical violence. I say voice. We need to rise up with a combined voice so loud and say no to this Gestapo, this basically making any American citizen a potential terrorist, this fear-mongering that they are throwing out there. Say no to it so loud that the politicians that have been throwing this out here, the lawyers, the presidents, the whatever have been throwing this out here, shit their pants and start running for the hills. We need to come together, people. We do not need to separate out and figure out which ones of these groups you're part of. You are part of something in there, if not multiple things. So learn the truth. Wait, let me rephrase that. Seek the truth, speak the truth, and be the truth. Thank you.